are from Group 5. So for today, we are going to break down the short story, A Rose for Emily by William Faulkner. The film adaptations on the YouTubes.
And we are doing it Vanity Fair style, just like how actors break down scenes from their movies.
So get ready because this story is creepy, dramatic, and honestly a little wild.
We will look at characters, plot, themes, atmosphere, and the biggest change of the film.
And of course, the ending twist that shocked the whole town.
Let's begin!
Nor need we shrink from honestly facing conditions in our country today.
So the film opened with Emily's funeral. So the whole town is there. And in the short story, this moment is described through gossip. Okay, so by the film, show it with a slow shots and dramatic shadow.
We found her in one of the downstairs rooms, her head propped up on a pillow, yellow and moldy with age and lack of sunlight. She fell ill and died, an indomitable and...
So I love how the director makes the house looks huge and creepy at the same time. And in the story, the narrator calls it as a fallen monument. Where in the film we can see that the faded walls and also the old windows, and it somehow give the feels like a horror stand.
Help me with her feet, please.
Miss Emily Grierson was a legend in our town, a disgraced and fallen monument who, people said, lived too much in the past with too many secrets.
I need you to be real still now.
Alive, we believed the Griersons held themselves a little too high for what they really were. None of the young men were quite good enough for Miss Emily.
Well, that'll be just fine.
Toby, get the jug. Oh, good. Colonel, we got business to do before we get too old talking it over.
Mr. Grierson, I thought perhaps Miss Emily would... There's a dance next Saturday.
She won't attend any dances.
It is like the director tried to tell us that this woman is mystery everyone wants to solve. So this match the short story, but the film used visuals instead of narrations, and I think that makes the mystery feels heavier.
Yes.
It's dead, Daddy.
Hellfire! Watch out, everyone! Watch out now! Make a signal. All right, Colonel, now come on.
You can't handles the secret like it was a big one.
The actors. Emily! Emily, run! Hide the silver! Emily! Hide the silver! The
Yankees!
They're coming! Oh, my Lord! Oh,
Stop!
Oh, my God! Oh, hide the silver!
Come on back here!
The actors!
Stop! Come on back
Lord,
here!
help us so!
Miss Emily, will she feel more safe tomorrow?
Emily! Help me with my sister.
Her Aunt Wyatt went completely crazy at the last and passed on soon after.
Now, this is the one of the strongest scene for me. The film shows Emily standing behind her father. He is tall, straight, and holding a whip. In the short story, the narrator tells us her father chased away every suitor. The film shows it in one sharp image. In this scene, Emily looks shy and trapped. The way she keeps her head slightly down shows how controlled she is.
You'll have plenty of chance to get in the wedding dress. I don't want any more of your moves. Oh, really was trouble enough. Only it's for you.
Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
The day her daddy died, it got out that the house was all that was left her, and in a way, people were glad. Now, like the rest of them.
So, in this part, when her father dies, the story says she refuses to admit he is gone. The film shows her standing beside the coffin in silence. No tears, no movement, only her emotionless face.
She, too, would know the old thrill and the old despair of a penny more or less.
Miss Emily, we are so sorry to hear about your poor daddy's death.
My father's not dead.
Well, what do you mean?
So, basically, in this scene highlights the theme of control, isolation, and how her father shaped her life. The film really brings this emotional damage to the screen.
You're in a little closer.
Your other left. Your other
Sorry about the trouble and noise. We're blowing up stumps for the new sidewalk. Looks like you're doing a little barbering.
This scene changes everything. When Homer arrives, the whole vibe becomes more cheerful because he is loud, friendly, and always smiling. The story describes him as a big man with a strong voice. The film really captures that energy well.
That's my father. He passed away just recently.
Let's go. It's nice out.
Hang on now.
Right away, people began whispering, as Miss Emily and the Yankees' imagined conduct was looked upon as if they were wild beasts with only a temporary resemblance to civilized human beings. Everybody loved the gossip. It was lively romance, like public accounts of arson and murder, even when we believed that she was fallen. It was as though she demanded more than ever the recognition.
When Emily starts riding with him in the buggy, the townspeople stare and whisper. This mirrors the short story closely, where the movie used close-up shots of short face, making it feel like the whole town is watching and judging her.
Dignity was the last risk.
This part is very important. In the short story, Faulkner hints that Homer likes men and is not marrying a man. However, the films remove this detail. Instead, Homer is portrayed as a straightforward love interest. And because of that, the ending becomes even more heartbreaking.
Oh, good day, Miss Emily.
I want some poison.
Well, yes, Miss Emily. What kind? Now, for rats and such, I got something.
I want the best you have. I don't care what kind.
Well, strychnine and arsenic will kill anything up to an elephant, but what you need, I'm sure, is...
Arsenic. Is that a good one?
It's arsenic. Well, yes, but you don't need anything quite that strong.
I want arsenic.
Whatever you want. The law says that you've got to say what you're going to use it for.
This pharmacy scene is a key. Emily walks in, no small talk, only tension. The druggist look uneasy. In the story, he asks why she needs arsenic. In the film, he barely speaks. The fear is a visual. The close-up on the package reading for rats, foreshadows tragedy, like in the short story.
And so she passed from generation to generation, dear, inescapable, impervious, tranquil, and perverse. Her Alabama cousins came at once and held her funeral on the second day. They buried her in the old city cemetery, even then abandoned, among the rows of both Union and Confederate dead who fell at the Battle of Jefferson. Miss Emily died genteelly, leaving an odor of old female flesh in the house, which faded from the rooms slowly, lingering in unexpected...
So, the way the film shoots the cars is very close to the book. It isn't overly gory, just silence and shocking. The camera is slow and respectful, but still terrifying. Then comes the final details, which is the head shape and the long gray hair.
There is a room upstairs that is locked.
Yes, ma'am. Toby didn't say anything to me.
Toby's long since gone. Everything's gone. I want to go upstairs. Will you go with us up there? I want this to be legal.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, come on. You go first.
Hey, go.
Are you coming?
Yes, ma'am, I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Come on, Doc. Let's go, Doc. Go, Doc.
This is a disgrace to the family. Everything is just gone. The silver, china, everything. I surely do hope we find the wires. And grandmother's silver service. This is the room. Well, there's no key. You'll have to lock the door in.
If you excuse me, ladies.
What is it? It's a long strand of gray hair.
So, this is the moment that we are all waiting for. The townspeople finally enter the locked upstairs room, and it looks exactly how it was described in the story. The rose-colored curtains, dust everywhere, and the silver grooming that sat with the Homer-bearing initials. That single stand tells us Emily slept beside the corpse for years. This moment is identical to the short story, but seeing it visually makes it 10 times more horrifying.
Can you somehow walk us through your analysis of the story?
For analysis sessions, first one is we have the expositions, which is Emily's funerals. Summarizing actions here is Emily's past, the father's controls, and also the Homer's arriving.
And for the climax is Emily buying arsenic.
And for the falling action is Homer disappearing and Emily aging alone.
Resolution is the upstairs room reveal.
And the long gray hair is the final shot.
So, what about the character? How would you describe them?
Emily portrayed as a lonely, fragile, and also mentally unstable person.
And her father is strict and controlling, and the film makes him look even scarier.
And also Homer is energetic and charming, but still distant.
So, the servant is silent in both versions, but very symbolic.
The town acts like one big judgmental narrative.
Okay, so now, how would you describe the themes and the feel of the film adaptation?
The themes of resolutions is shown through Emily's house and also her behavior.
And also, the control and the family pressure appear through her father.
Love and rejection highlight her relationship with Homer.
That is everywhere. In the story and the film make it visual.
The atmosphere is gloomy, slow-paced, and tense in both versions.
From your perspective, how did the filmy pacing and creative changes differ from the original story?
So, in the films, remove the hints of Homer's liking a man.
And also, the movie uses gaslighting that the story only implies.
The movie also used more facial expression instead of narration.
Okay, so the timeline is more linear compared to the story's non-linear flashbacks.
The film shows emotions the story only describes.
Appreciate all the answer. And now, can you share your conclusion of the story?
For the conclusions, I group things that this short story is impactful and a good story because we can actually feel the emotions and also the good setting.
But the short story gives more depth because the tone's voice adds layers of judgment.
The movie makes Homer seems more like a romantic partner, so the ending feels more like tragic.
If the father was the main character, the story would be about pride, control, and how he shapes Emily's downfall.
If Homer was the main character, it would turn into a psychological thriller about a man trapped by a woman who cannot let him live.
Thank you for watching our breakdown of A Rose for Emily.